Don't forget to donate to One Ummah and its ongoing sadaqah. Support and share the amazing rewards of every project they are a part of. Remember, it's 100% donation policy. Donate now. Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. Ladies and gentlemen, day by day, Israel is losing more and more supporters. And not just any supporters, key supporters. Yeah, Christians are seeing what's written in the Talmud about the fate of Jesus, who has been cooked, it says in there, in his own feces, and the stuff they say about the mother of Jesus, Mary. I wouldn't like to repeat that sort of stuff. The Talmud is the oral law that's given to Moses. Some even prioritize it over the Torah. Nevertheless, it is still taken as authoritative. Not only that, finding out that the only church that was left in Gaza has been blown to smithereens. Not only that, when we see what's mentioned in Haaretz in Israeli newspapers, we curse Christianity 3 times a day. And the head of Lehava saying burning of Christian churches in Israel is justified. Is it any wonder that people are waking up? And one such person that has woken up is somebody called Milo Yiannopoulos. Sorry if I butchered your name. But this guy used to be a shill for Israel. That's right. He was right wing, peddled the same stuff. However, I just came across a clip of his interview with Candace Owens, and I wanted to react to it with you guys to show the complete U-turn in his position so you can hear it for yourself. People from back in the days will be familiar with this guy. I don't know what happened to him, whether he fell off or he got banned, but let's see.
Randy Fine is an artifact of years gone by when you could speak about because they're Muslims. And some of your viewers may not like this, I'm sorry, but because pretty much every American president has proven their toughness credentials by murdering a few of them.
Yeah, I'm guessing the reason why he gave that disclaimer is because a lot of his audience like to bash Muslims. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know what the reason for his U-turn is. It will be interesting to know. A lot of people, even in the comments, are shocked. Is that Milo? Milo, used to be a grifter. Is that really him? I can't believe he's saying it. If he's saying it, then, it's a big thing. Milo, you've woken up. So a lot of people do remember what this guy used to say and how badly he would shill for Israel. So the point that he's making right now is he's talking about Randy Fine. So Randy Fine is an American politician and former gambling industry executive serving as the US representative for Florida, the 6th congressional district. And he's the one who said, when I shook hands with Netanyahu, I didn't want to wash my hands. And this guy unapologetically shills for Israel. Unapologetically. Like it's not even a secret. Look over here. He goes, there is a reason the first time I shook Netanyahu's hand, I did not wash it until I could touch the heads of my children. Well, if your children were in Palestine, mate, they would have no heads left.
He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
I mean, a few million. Pretty much every American president comes into office, wants to let people know they're serious, kills a few million Muslims, over and over and over again.
He's right, but I don't think he's really demonstrating how important this point is. I'll just give one example of how badly they gaslight Muslims. Yeah, Obama, somebody who bombed 7 Muslim majority countries. You've got Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Libya, Yemen, Somalia, and Pakistan. And you know what happened? Now, bearing this in mind, this is the same individual that in 2009 he was given the Nobel Peace Prize. Shocking, mate. Shocking how bombing Muslims gets awarded. So I'm just building on Milo's point.
Is it any wonder that some of them have the opinions about America that they do?
But why are they chanting death to America? Because we're killing them? We're responsible for death with our weapons and our fun.
Yeah, an individual made a really good point, and I just wanted to highlight it. When it comes to America's allies, they look at the intention, not the action. However, when it comes to Muslims, they look at the action and not the intention. Now, the reason why this sounds like a breakthrough is because these guys are looking at the intention. They're treating the Muslim majority countries with the same courtesy that Israel gets treated with, or allies of America, i.e. Let's look at the intention. Let's look at why these people are so pissed.
For decades, we've been murdering them like it's nothing and treating them like subhumans, like people who don't have, and frankly, I'm sorry, Muslims and Jews, both people of the book, if we have a relationship as Christians with any other faith, we have it as much with Muslims as we do with Jews.
That's a very good point. Because even if you look at the major religions, from the major religions, Islam is the only one that makes it an article of faith for you to believe in Jesus, for you to love and revere Jesus. In fact, it's kufr for us to swear and renounce Jesus. There is a chapter in the Quran that's named after Mary. So still, if a person goes, yeah, I don't know, it's a very alien religion, mate. Jesus was born in Bethlehem, which is in the West Bank, is Palestine. How can you sever the Muslim connection when we're told in our holy book that the Christians are closer to you?
Some of their morality and some of their prescriptions about daily life have a lot more in common with a traditional Catholic than...
Yes, no gambling, no heavy drinking, looking after your parents, you know, the LGBT thing, our stance is very clear. Even if you look at Jesus at the end of towards the end of Gospel of John, he's saying, peace be unto you. This is the greeting that's very similar to what Muslims say. When he's in the Garden of Gethsemane and he puts his head on the floor, that's how Muslims pray. Even if you look at his attire, how he looks, his long hair, that's the sunnah. The Prophet, peace be upon him, would have long hair. The beard, Jesus would adorn the beard. His robes, Muslim wear the thobe. So many similarities.
Any Jewish teaching I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And yet we treat these people as though they are animals in foreign countries to be exterminated when it suits us financially or in any other way, to then protect a foreign country, not ours, and its logos and its supporters from reasonable outraged responses by fellow students in this case, with the language, the elevated language of statehood. Thank you.
He's talking about... I'm thinking he's talking about the marches that are taking place or the protests that are taking place on university campuses, because that's a big deal in America.
It's disgusting, but
because Israel doesn't like it.
I can't help but think they got 10 years of this left and then it's over.
I think it's less than 10 years.
Hopefully.
I actually think that's why they're speeding everything up right now, because they recognize that nobody's falling for this anymore.
That's a very interesting point and analysis. Both Candace and Milo are saying Israel's only got 10 years left, and it seems like that's probably why they're speeding everything up.
Randy Fine is
throwing everything
an artifact.
Into it. Oops. They are throwing everything into it in the sense that any celebrity that they've propped up, that they pushed out there, they are calling in heavy favors. Yeah, from Jerry Seinfeld to DJ Khaled to Ross from Friends. You guys probably might be aware of some of them and not others, but I'm telling you, they are really calling in their chits. So, ladies and gentlemen, nice to see, and I wanted to put it out there that, of course, in this day that we feel that, not much is being done for Palestine. We are seeing slowly, ideologically, they are losing so many people that they are now having to influence and lobby governments that they criminalize criticism of Israel. That's a loss as far as I'm concerned. When you start doing that, you've lost. Criticism of a country is criminal? Give me a break. Yeah. And then you're the same people that claim freedom of speech. Hello. What's going on? Guys, let's leave it there until next time. Assalamu alaikum.